Constitution says the Congress declares war. So, how has the United States fought war with Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and now launching strikes on Iran without Congress officially declaring one? Is that legal? Or has the system quietly changed? The answer begins in the Constitution. Article 1 gives the Congress the power to declare war. Article 2 makes the President Commander-in-Chief of the armed forces. On paper, it sounds simple. Congress decides when the nation needs to go for a war. The President commands the military once the war begins. But here's the problem. The Constitution never clearly defines what counts as war. Here's where things get complicated. If the President sends troops somewhere, is that war? Or if the President launches airstrikes, is that war? If it's limited or temporary, does that count? That grey area is where modern presidents operate. After the Vietnam War, Congress fixed this problem. In 1973, it passed the War Power Resolution. The goal was simple: limit the presidential power. Let's try to understand this in simple terms. The President must notify Congress within 48 hours of deploying the forces, and the military actions must end within 60 days unless the Congress approves it. On paper, this looks like a safeguard, but here's what most Americans don't realize. Every president since 1973 has questioned whether this law is even constitutional. Presidents don't declare war. They authorize the forces. They call it military action. A limited strike, an operation, but not a war. And words do matter. Because if it's not official war, Congress doesn't have to declare it. In reality, the process often looks like this. The President orders military actions. Congress reacts afterwards. Technically, Congress has all the power. It controls funding. It could vote to cut off the money for the military operations. But politically, that's extremely difficult. If the lawmakers vote against the funding military actions, they risk becoming weak on the national security or accused of not supporting the American troops. So even when the Congress disagrees with the President's decision, they rarely move to stop it. And that's how the power slowly shifts. As the tensions raise in the Iran, the constitutional question becomes real again. Recent reporting from The Guardian and the New York Times shows the renewed debate in the Congress against the presidential power. But this isn't new. This debate has been happening from decades. The difference now is that the Americans are paying attention again. This isn't just about one president. It's not just about one conflict. This is about how war exactly works in America. The Constitution says Congress declares war, but the modern reality is the president acts first. So who really decides when America needs to go for a war? Congress or the president? Should Congress take back the control, or is this how the system is meant to function? Comment below. For more such videos, please do subscribe to my channel.